Andrew. Conditions a little bit tricky. Just tell me about it. What you were doing out here earlier was a pretty short session.
Yeah, it's a normal pre-game session, so getting used to the conditions. We're fairly comfortable with the ground, but we haven't had a lot of wind down here, so we'll wait and see what they're like tomorrow, and we might have to slightly adapt the way we play, but it should just be the usual.
What sort of feeling is it around the group at the moment? Obviously 1-4 and a lot of talk about it. How are you guys as a group, I suppose?
Oh, the boys are still pretty vibrant. It's been disappointing to lose a couple of close ones, which were in the game, but we know the reasons for it, and we just got to continue to try and put a four-quarter performance out there. I thought we were, it was really pleasing to see, what we did against the Hawks on the weekend. Probably just missed a few opportunities going forward. But it's a great opportunity to come down here and try and get our second win on the board, and hopefully get our season back on track.
And because of the way you've been playing, are you still quite confident, even though you haven't been winning games?
Yeah, we are. We know our method's been really good. There's been a couple of things that have let us down in each of our games. Just small things, but they add up to a small loss. So we've got to make sure that we're consistent for that 4 quarters, and that's probably been the big thing across the 5 rounds so far.
What do you make of Port Adelaide's performance so far this season?
Yeah, Port have been super impressive. So I think the way they've been playing is going to be a really tough game against them. So they've got a few guys in from other clubs, and a couple of young guys who have come into their side and really given them some run and dash, and some of their players have really got to back to some amazing form. So we're looking forward to the game. It's going to be challenging, but we think down here we're going to have a good amount of support out here, and we're looking forward to it.
You're big favourites for this game. Is that how you feel going into it?
I was probably a bit surprised to see that. They're Port are 5-0 and we're 1-4. So we feel like we've got a bit of work to do to get to where they are. But we're confident with the way we're playing at the moment. We just got to tweak a few little things.
Brad was saying last time you wanted to turn this place into a bit of a fortress. I guess it hasn't happened so far, but do you feel like you're getting more confident each time you play here, I suppose? Yeah,
you do. We're into our 4th game now down here, and I suppose we're used to the way the ground plays, the size of it, the dimensions. It's some really good crowd support, so we've had pretty much a full stadium for the first 3 games. So we're excited about playing here. We want to be a really hard team to beat down here, and hopefully we can do that on the weekend.
They're a particularly hard running team. Is that a focus in ensuring that your work rate is right up there?
Yeah, it is. Every week it's that's a big focus. So we just got to shut down some of their outlets. Their half forwards like to push up really high up the ground, and they really like to swish the ball. So we got to really try and shut that down. We've spoken about that and got a few little things in place to try and counter that. But we've got to really compete with them in that area.
How do you rate their midfield? I mean, the likes of Hartlett and Vogt seem to have taken the next step this year.
Yeah, they have. They've been super. They've got a couple of the old timers in there, in Corns and Cassisi, who are in great form. Ollie Wines has come in there as a new guy. So their midfield's starting to look really deep. So we've got to match it. We're confident we've got the players who can do it. But it's just another test, and we've had 5 pretty tough games so far. So we're getting used to having good opposition week in, week out.
Do you think enough's been done about racial abuse or abuse from supporters beyond the fence at football games?
Oh, I think we really encourage fans, if they hear anything, to really speak out. So on the weekend, I don't think any of our boys heard anything, but it's really important. We've got to make sure it's we've stamped it out on field. So it'd be great if we can do that off the field.
Can more be done, do you think, in more security, or can the AFL do anything more on what they do now? Or?
That's probably a question for the AFL, that one.
When you hear stuff like that going on, does it distract you? Is it a distraction, or does it more galvanise a group?
To be honest, we probably haven't really spoken about it a heap. It's, as I said before, we didn't hear any of it on the ground, so all the players, it didn't affect us at the game time. But it's pleasing that it was I think a Hawthorn supporter who spoke up and said something. So from the opposition, which is great to see.
Has the team spoken at all about, handling tight games getting towards the end where you've been in positions to win it and haven't quite got across the line yet so far this year? Is there anything specific that you need to change?
We probably spoke about it a bit after the Geelong game, but not so much over the last couple of weeks. There's a few little things that we can do. A couple of little tactics we think we can employ. Because we, as you said, we have been in quite a few games. And a bit of it's gone. We missed a couple of easy shots on the weekend, so they're things you sort of can't really plan for. But we'll have a few little things if we get down the wire. Hopefully we can implement them.